Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only Master Propaganda here of Psych Defender of the Fatherland, off your 1v1 on the community map Crossroads. A remake of the one from Companies 2. Just a bit more open, I suppose. There's a bit more room to maneuver, but how much more we'll have to see. In the north, it is Elpern, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. In the south it is Jibber, fighting for the British Empire, the Commonwealth, the 46th Infantry tasked with pushing through this small, thinly populated part of Italy. Straight to double sappers. Elpern has gone for Luftwaffe forces, and we got Ghanesi's actually purchased the winter skins, and for those wondering, did these things have like winter camouflage troops out of winter territory? And yes, they did happen. Like, you know, sometimes you have troops like with the wrong equipment for the area they were in. Like, for example, the 44th Division, or Reichsgrenadier Division, for example, like, ended up in mountainous territory without any equipment for the mountains. And, like, you know, I think there's the case more recently in modern times with, like, Danish forces being sent to Iraq, you know, to support the whole war effort there. And they were, like, apparently sent with snowplows. Yeah, not a great look there either, so. Section out here, though, for Jibber. As always, by the way, big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters who help keep the Propagandacast running with their generous contributions. So, big thanks to all those wonderful people. We got here, Ghanese in the cut-off point here, sandbags and barbed wire, pioneers in the east and west. That's it, no idea why they're running around with large bundles of wood on their back. I have little clue as to what exactly the artists were thinking on that one. So, more sections there for Jibber. No battle group either chosen there for Jibber yet. We got points being seized, just pushing ahead here, rapidly gaining terrain. Alpine going for an early sniper, popular with some Wehrmacht players. There's certainly something you also need to be careful with. As always, you do tend to lose a bit of momentum on that here in the early game. The reason why they're more popular with Americans is because you just go for a lot of pathfinders, meaning you just grab a lot of territories and have a lot of sort of decent infantry to fight along with. Whereas for the Wehrmacht, you don't have a lot of capping power in the early game. So it's typically less ideal here. We got the Sasswing forwards here. We got Besselwing westwards there past me, lying on the floor there. Put laying down mines with northern fuel point, and there's no force nearby here for Elpern to meet reinforced. The gunners could be rushed in. Pioneer's busy here, so he's also going on the defensive here. So I feel like there's definitely some issues here with Elpern's opening strategy in a sense. Like, it's really banking hard on the snipers and all. I think it's forcing Elpern to play, well, too statically. But we'll see. Third section there for Jibber. This is a different map, I suppose, than the others, so maybe there's reason to it here for Elpern to do so. We'll see. Sniper westwards here, past the cemeteries here. Tank digging in here on the western fuel point. Gunners moving westwards as well here, but they can't activate bolt action right from the southwest. Jibber's men pushes forwards here against the Pioneer here. They are quickly forced back in with the sandbags. They are no match against that many infantry sections. We'll have to see what Elpern follows up next. West side here, we got the south being sniped at. Gunners flanking for the south here. Pioneers going back to reclaim the fuel point. But already, Elpern's opening there is definitely coming off to a very rough start. And we got here the Gunners heading eastwards there. Fresh Gunners scored out here. Snipers scoring another kill on the Sappers, pushing back there with the scope, give out for the fleet. Ground Western victory point. Jibber withholding reinforcements for whatever arcane purposes. We'll have to see. So that's 2 Grenadiers, 2 Pioneers, and a Sniper here for Elpern versus Jibber's 3 sections and 2 Sappers. Ground points here and there. Section ring about here. We got Recce section upgrades there for Jibber. Quickly falling back here. Obviously a bit concerned about the sniper. We also got flamethrowers out here for Elpern's Pioneer, the Flammenwerfers. Pushing the west side here. Gunners also thinking about the western fuel point here. Very good. Section think about here. We got 3 sections lined up, ready for a push there for the British Empire. Sniper needs to be careful here. Oh dear, yeah. Almost got whacked here by the section horde there. That was very lucky there for Elpern, by the way. Very lucky. A bit better RNG there for Jibber, and that sniper would have been dead in Elpern's early game, would have completely just, you know, snaffled. Jibber here going for an early heavy mortar here. Maybe that's why I think the manpower. Yes, indeed. 440 manpower gets you a free truck as well, in a sense, because you don't actually pay for the fuel on this one. We've got a fasten out here. Would not be surprised if he's planning to actually upgrade it. I've seen some British players using that for the ambulance, and even a few ones go for the Polston anti-aircraft gun here. So we'll have to see what Gibbs intending. We've got the artillery crew setting up here with the 4.2-inch heavy mortar. Sexton engaged with the grenadiers on the carpet, and again Alpine back to a sort of defensive stance. We got the Luftwaffe company up here, grenadiers reinforcing, no healing there. The sniper is close to death, so I do think that's going to force Alpine here to go for some medics soon. A mortar there, firing away. It looks like to be deploying a smoke screen here on Alpine's carve point. Troops being up here around the fuel pump by the cemetery. West side there, Pioneers. Oh, moved a bit too fast. It almost had the munitions point, but Alpine was a bit too quick on the trigger finger there. Grenadiers from the east side, now moving out again. Jaegers on the way there for Elpern. Yeah, and he's upgrading here with a Polson 20mm anti-aircraft gun. Doesn't do a lot directly in terms of damage. It can still be annoying to deal with. Almost on victory point here. So far, Jibber just leading up to a strong start. Again, Alpine sniper opening is just not bearing many fruits. And the fruits there are have so far proven to be very small and not particularly savoury. More sections over Jibber. There we go. Posting up. Moving forward to that one. Sniper needs to be careful. Firing away there. First shot whiffed. Jaeger's moving up here. Looks like doesn't have issues for the pantry strike as of yet. Otherwise, I imagine Alpine would immediately upgrade. We even got the smoke hit screen deployed to save the sniper. Thumbs up there. Polson, though, definitely did not hit well there. Sappers with the Grenadiers and the Jaegers. G43's Carnite TKs versus the Sten gun wielding Sappers. Jaegers falling back here. And we got Fallschirmjäger being dropped in. His support from the 2nd Fallschirmjäger Division Shoulder here to support Elpern. I think, yeah, he's dropping them right on the heavy mortar there. Jibber there, too focused elsewhere. Does not realize his mortar represents a ripe target here for Alpine. And there you go, the Luftwaffe strikes on the heavy mortar team here. Meanwhile, the anti-aircraft pheasant here just keeps blasting away there Alpine's forces, but things leading up here. Heavy mortar as the Fallschirmjägers down to 2 men. The mortar crew is being, there we go, exterminated by the Fallschirmjägers, but now the Fallschirmjägers are being swarmed by Gibber's men and the anti-aircraft truck. He's going to have to retreat here. Jaegers being pulled up. They're too low on health. I think at this point, more than anything, Alpine needs some healing back at his base and needs to retreat these Jaegers before they get turned into, well, mush. But there you go, Grenadiers quickly being promoted to Fallschirmjägers. Even though they never had any parachute training. Which is the War Dawn would actually become increased the norm that a lot of the Fallschirmjäger never really had trained to drop with Fallschirms. So, fun fact there. Fun fact. Jaegers, they're being pursued aggressively by the Polson truck. He needs to bring up and maybe hook to Pantherfaust here. Do we have the medic upgrade up? Yes, we do have the medical station finally up. Healing also up in the sniper. And we got training here for Jeb on the way with the infantry training. Only gonna make his large infantry complement even more potent here for Elpern. Gonna use the section here. We also got mines there from Jibber. Up north here, fuel pump being hit again. Elpern definitely not having the easiest time. He even got a flamethrower dropped here as his pioneers were wiped. Great kill there for Jibber.
Our infantry will be better prepared.
I think you should just grab it with these Grenadiers and then pull them back for some healing. Again, the Grenadier squad has seen much better days. Got the Jaegers on the move here, finally getting a pantry strike up there. Fallschirmjägers also sitting out there, including Otto.
300 points at the moment.
It's clearly not parachute he's wearing there on his back. Not unless Hermann Göring really hates him. Look, I just said he was a bit overweight. You don't ever say he's overweight! Don't! If you want to know, live. So, got tech there, I think, for Jibber now. Just the heal. Oh, never mind. Got the platoon command post going up here. Elpern on the move again here with the Jaegers with the pantry. He does have more tool to help deal with the anti-aircraft track here. Due course of Veterans 1 can suppress targets. Will Elpern go for his own Flak 30 to hit back at that? I mean, I imagine the Flak 30 would make short work of that. Plus, maybe help deal with some of Jibber's infantry. On the other hand, the heavy mortar would make the Flak 30 a bit of a tricky proposition, so maybe not. Anyways, got a good hit on the truck. Pioneers from the center need to retreat before they get wiped. Low health already. They're easy targeting for Jibber's men, sappers, and sections. Jaegers pushing the west side. He backed up with the Fallschirmjäger. Sniper ground the western victory point here. Victory points wise. Jibber's already off to a strong lead here. And Alpin's early game there has really hobbled him a bit here. He's going to need to do some heavy lifting here. We got mines all over the place from Jibber, increasingly going for that fuel point again. Grenadiers nearby could deal with it. Pioneers reinforcing. Again, I kind of figured he would go for the Grenadiers since a Grenadier squad with a flamethrower is like, you know, it's only better than a Pioneer squad with a flamethrower. More Fallschirmjägers here for Jibber. For Elpern, I mean, not for Jibber. There you go, there's the second Fallschirmjäger squad here. So that's 2 elite infantry squads here for Alpine, Pressure, and Jibber with. As long as he remembers to get them going. Don't tell me he's forgotten about them already. And these Jaegers just need to pull back for healing. Like, they're so low on health here, they're just going to be a waste of manpower and free experience there for Jibber. Looks like he wants to get off at least one more hit on the anti-aircraft track, but it feels pretty risky. And the Fallschirmjäger other squad that's just doing nothing. Yeah, now he needs to retreat. There we go, he's retreating, but they're going to be ranged to the mine. Only loses one guy. Very lucky there for Elpern. And he's also on health here. Flamethrower Pioneers doing what they can. Anti-aircraft track rushing in here. Finally got the other Fallschirmjäger squad moving up here. Sniper squad's hit, but he's also taking a lot of hits in return here. Truck there. Steadily getting damage and even using suppressor fire here. Jibber is merciless here against Elpern. Merciless. Nothing further here. We got reinforcing healing. Elpern and the 90th Pentagon Division getting pushed back once more. Fallschirmjägers healing enforcing. Jaegers, Pioneers, I imagine he's got the, no, not yet, the cheaper reinforcement there.
Is it load bearing? Then it's fixed.
Fixing up the
We have reserves of
truck here.
available to bolster our ranks, Commander.
Quite sturdy for such a little truck, isn't it?
Noise! That means you!
Heading the car, putting him, got the Fallschirmjägers counter-attacking.
The enemy is down to 200 points.
Sitting out here with a significantly large unit force here from Elpern's base. We've got a second Jaeger squad out here from more Panzerschrecks. Jibber's just pushing out here for the company command post. Fallschirmjägers here versus the truck. Then use the section there by the western victory point here. Jibber just constantly leveraging his early game advantages here and map control versus Elpern. Of course, the increase in Jaegers with, I imagine, an increase in Panzerschrecks could prove to be a bit more problematic here for Jibber as the match goes on. And again, suppressor fire.
The beggars are threatening a fuel point.
Flanking around here with the Jaegers. And the flying effort Pioneer sniper supporting as well here.
A victory point.
There's the retreat. Yeah, Fallschirmjägers up north around the section there. Jaegers in center court here. Heavy mortar white again in the southwest here behind an old shed here. Jibber's men take cover, but the flamethrowers are doing what they can until they can't anymore. Sappers right out there, truck pushing forwards, and we got both Jaeger squads suppressed here by the truck there. It's only showing its value here, by the way.
You have command points available.
And it's highlighting a bit of an issue right now for Elpern in trying to halt this vehicle just using Panzerschrecks. When in the right position, it can just halt the Jaegers. Now it's pursuing the Jaeger sniper into the base. It looks like they're going to go for wipe. Snipers moving in. Might be planning a Panzerschreck here. No, and the sniper gets ripped apart. They're executed North Korean style. But there you go, Jaegers with the Panzerschreck, and the Panzerschreck misses. Oh, scheiße. There you go, second rocket knocks it out. They're finally removing a motorized menace here from Elpern's side. Meanwhile, though, Jibber there's pushing for the Matilda 2 infantry tank. Got the Fallschirmjägers forgotten all up here. Definitely need to get them into the fight here. I mean, they're an elite infantry squad, but certainly a waste here for, well, Elpern to just have them there collecting dust. Laying mines down. Heavy mortar back in action again. Section there as the flamethrowers, the Jaegers, Fallschirmjäger forts. We got artillery called in here by the looks of the Jibber. Yup, called in the Fort Observer artillery barrage. Fallschirmjägers nearby building here. Popping out the windows there with the shots. Flamethrowers just really fierce stuff here. Other Fallschirmjäger still kind of forgotten here. Artillery fire crashes through the windows, blowing up out the lounge. The Pioneers are pretty much all Grenadiers. I mean, good use of the Grenadier merch here by Alpine, by the way. Thumbs up. They might have been off merging with the Fallschirmjägers just treating the Pioneers.
We are losing a victory.
Other Fallschirmjäger have gone. We've got the Southern Victory Points. Well, we got the Matilda 2 out here. Need to retreat that Fallschirmjäger squad now. Well, Fallschirmjäger, the squad is dead. It's just one guy keeping its memory alive at this stage. Matilda 2, they're rolling through here. There we go, retreating.
Victory point is in enemy hands.
But Elpern sort of managed to come back, but it's definitely awkward. The 2 Panzer bounce off the Matilda 2.
Lost.
Reinforcing.
Enemy force.
Now the Jaeger squad here from Elpern. Probably not feeling close to any army anytime soon. They could try and take it up here, maybe push for a Armada or something to help deal with the Matilda 2. Flares off here. Could merge the Grenadiers with the Fallschirmjägers. And now he does have the cheaper reinforcement lists down from 39 to 29. That is a significant discount. Jaegers here just need healing. He withdrew them for that. Very good. And we got another Jaeger squad out here for the 90th Panzer Grenadier Sturm. Panzer XE. Building continues to stand, but yeah, it has seen much better days. More shots there, more crumbling masonry here as Jibber shows no mercy. West side being seized for the sappers. Northwest points have been grabbed here. Sappers just pushing up the flanks here of Elpern's front line. Meanwhile, converging all his men on the centre again here versus Jibber. Elpern strikes for the fatherland. Still forgotten that Fallschirmjäger squad up north. I really feel like this one should get going. I mean, he could have been doing more work on the side, for example, versus Jibber. I mean, it could be he's planning to, like, you know, ambush, but honestly, I feel like he could be doing a lot more just attacking with it. And these pioneers spotted here, and again, these pioneers are pretty much all grenadiers. Mortar at it again. Foot guards here for Jibber and the British Empire. Jaegers here the section east side here. Moving up the Jaegers to catch them out there with the Gewehr 43. Fun fact about the Gewehr 43, while typically shown as, you know, being just fully magazine reloaded as a semi-automatic rifle, that was actually not the full intent. The magazine was actually meant more like an emergency measure, and they actually meant to reload the G43 with stripper clips because they were easy to manufacture and they could just more easily carry a lot of stripper clips. So they would typically like only have like 1 magazine for the G43, and it's just a pouch filled with stripper clips for the G43 there. So, fun fact. Fun fact. Only learned that one recently, but it's an interesting one there.
Under enemy control.
Got the Matilda 2 moving forwards here. Good shot with the Panzer there from Reinhardt. Fighting as the samples here. Oh, they're getting murdered. Need to retreat. Oh no, wipe with the Haymortar there. Brutal loss there for Elpern. Not entirely sure to run up. The fight makes the sappers up close anyways. That was definitely very painful loss. He's still forgotten about the other fights we scored here. I'm guessing Elpern is just under so much pressure from Jibber's just kind of forgetting about things, which definitely helps out Jibber here that he's not playing the whole of his infantry as well as he could. Foot guards moving forwards here. Finally got the Panzer Company up here for Alpine now. Finally able to bring in some Panzers here. Another shot here from the Panzerschreck. Got the section pushing forwards here. Grenadiers falling back. Tilly called in here again. Just constantly making use of the Fort Artillery barrage here versus Elpern and his many Jaegers. North here, Fallschirmjägers still forgotten. I mean, that is just... Again, in Elite Infantry, has just been doing nothing for like several minutes now here for Elpern. I mean, I'm sure they appreciate the rest, but they're not really doing what they're supposed to do, which is kill Englishmen indiscriminately. And Scotsmen. And a few Irishmen and Welshmen, but, you know, you get the idea. Anything without a German accent, you know, is what they're sort of supposed to, like, you know, knock off, well, or Italian. Yeah, fun, looks like Alpine fun, remember, he had a Fallschirmjäger squad all the way up there.
Artillery barrage on the way.
Then no Panzerkampfwagen here. So barrage off here, this time some off-map here. Air bursts. Jaegers could get wiped out, it's going to be great here for Jibber. Booming in these Jaeger squads, there we go. And wiped. Quite a painful blow there to poor Alpine. Jaegers, Grenadiers, Fallschirmjägers pushing eastward sea. They want to merge up with the Jaegers. They are a bit hard to wipe here for open sections. Foot guards there, flying away. Foot Matilda on the move again. And looks like another Matilda here on the way for Jibber Jabber and the 46th Infantry Division. Good shot here from the Matilda. Veteran 2-1 achieved. It's researched. Yes, he has. So that makes the Matilda even better. Once it hit Veteran 1, the higher levels. And there we go. Alpine fun with the Panther 4. There we go. It arrives to support. The 90th Panzer Grenadier shown finally here. Both Panther 6 there failed to penetrate. I'm fairly certain Panther 6 would have no issues with the actual Matilda's armor, but that's another story. Panther 4's heading out here. Definitely out the penlight machine and give heavy cast ammunitions. Panther 4 bouncers. Pursuing here the Matilda. We got the second Matilda up here. That's a lot of armor here now for Alpine to deal with here. Quick hold down in the Panther 4, then hold up, and hold down again perhaps. Yep. Definitely a bit too quick to be able to shift that on and off. They'll definitely, I think, need to look at that one at some point. Mine's going off the south, and it's caught, and we got perimeter watch. Extra bad news here for Elpern. That ability is absolutely broken, and will absolutely need to be toned down by the way, but that's another story. Hand towards the Matilda, 2 shots going back and forth between the two sides. Up northeast section right, the Falchimegas here. Looking pretty bad for Elpern, and there you go, it is game. Don't think it was quite the track. I think part of it again is like mentioned is like that early sniper with insufficient infantry. Plus, I think to a degree just the way he utilised, you know, some of his other units, like again he had several times Falchimegas standing back doing nothing. I think at crucial moments didn't really, I think, do Elpern any benefits either. There's also an argument, I think he focused too much in the centre when he probably could like tried for more deeper flanks against Jibber at times, which I think certainly didn't, you know, make the things tougher for Jibber, I mean. Like, you know, Elpern just sort of kept charging at the same few points over and over again. Truck certainly was a nuisance. Certainly got the sniper, but there's, I think, some room for there for Elpern to, like, maybe made some improvements here and there. And there's certainly also an argument making a flank 30, maybe, at least, you know, Wirbelwind, Armoured Car, Armada could maybe also been a better choice than trying to run up for the Panzer IV here. That might also provide Elpern, I think, with more momentum. But again, just sort of my perspective here, Elpern is obviously in the end a better player than me, so I'm not going to say too much there, but there's certainly some elements, you know, I feel like that could have been handled a bit better. So either way, there you go. Bit of a shorter match, I know, just a bit of shortage of replays as of late, you know, again, I do get some, but none that I think are quite up to the standards I'd like to in some cases, like, you know. And also there's sometimes, like, it's just a matter of variety, like, you know, some people send me, like, X replay, but I need something with a bit of Y or Z, or, you know, B, D, or Alpha. Like, you know, I need some variety as well there besides good entertaining matches. So, either way, though, hope you enjoyed this match and learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, consider donating on Patreon, support the Propagandacast and its glorious effort. Links are in the video description. And otherwise, you can always buy companies for in the comments if you haven't already bought the game. So thank you all for joining in and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.